Bonjour, Paul.
Salut Estelle.
In our earlier lessons, we learned how to buy something using je voudrais or I would like.
For example, we can say je voudrais une pizza.
And we also learned how to talk about prices using euro.
Bonjour, je voudrais un croissant, s'il vous plaît.
1 euro, madame.
Voici, merci.
Let's keep this in mind today as we check out one of the most visited places à Paris.
Oh, la Tour Eiffel? L'Arc de Triomphe?
Close. I'm talking about the Louvre.
Awesome, that's my favorite museum.
So, first things first. How do we say museum in French?
It's le musée.
Right. Musée. And what will we need to do once we arrive au musée?
Well, the first thing we'll need to do is buy tickets to get inside.
Exactly. To say I would like one ticket, it's je voudrais un billet.
Remember that je voudrais means I would like.
And un billet means a ticket. Notice the y sound at the end of billet. Un billet. Je voudrais un billet.
And don't forget to add s'il vous plaît.
Yes, always good to be polite.
Je voudrais un billet, s'il vous plaît.
Now let's practice that. Repeat after me. Billet. Un billet. Je voudrais un billet, s'il vous plaît.
Bonjour, je voudrais un billet, s'il vous plaît.
5 euros, s'il vous plaît.
D'accord. Voici.
Merci. Au revoir.
So, Estelle, when we get to the museum, you're going to buy my ticket too, right?
Sure, Paul, but only if you buy me a coffee in the museum cafe. So, what do I need to say if I'm being a very good friend and buying 2 tickets?
Well, that would be deux billets. Je voudrais 2 billets.
Right. Je voudrais 2 billets. Let's hear another example.
Bonjour, 2 billets, s'il vous plaît.
D'accord. 2 billets coûtent 10 euros.
Oui, voici.
Did you hear how much 2 tickets cost? You'll probably remember that coûte means costs.
Yes, deux billets coûtent 10 euros, or 10 euros.
You got it. 10 is 10.
10. And did you notice anything special about 10 euros?
Our old pal, the liaison. Now you try. Repeat after me. 10. 10 euros. After the museum employee gives you your ticket, they may also wish you a good visit.
Yes, you might hear bonne visite.
Bonne visite. It literally means good visit, but it's the same as have a good visit or enjoy your visit.
It's similar to 2 other phrases we already know, bon appétit and bon voyage.
Bonne visite.
Bonjour, 2 billets s'il vous plaît.
10 euros, s'il vous plaît.
Voici.
Merci. Bonne visite.
Au revoir.
Great. So we learned a phrase that'll help us when buying a ticket. Je voudrais un billet.
Or if you have generous friends, deux billets.
In our next lesson, we'll learn a few more things to help you navigate a musée like the Louvre. So, we just learned how to buy un billet au musée, a ticket at the museum.
Yes, at the ticket office, we would say something like, Bonjour, je voudrais un billet s'il vous plaît.
Right. And after asking for the tickets, we're going to need to pay. So let's talk about the different ways of paying for un billet.
Well, the cashier may ask par carte to see if you want to pay by card. Par carte literally means by card. Par carte.
Par carte.
Bonjour, 2 billets, s'il vous plaît.
Oui, 10 euros. Par carte?
Oui, par carte.
Did you notice when the cashier asked par carte, the answer was the same? Par carte.
That's right, just like in English, if it's a question, the person's voice will go up at the end.
Listen for the difference. Par carte. Par carte?
You might also have noticed this with vous travaillez ici and vous parlez anglais. Those can both be questions and answers too.
All right, now it's your turn. Try saying par carte as an answer and then as a question, paying close attention to how your voice sounds for each. Repeat after me. Carte. Par carte. Par carte.
But what if we need to pay with cash?
Then we tell the cashier we want to pay en espèces, which literally means in cash. En espèces.
En espèces.
En espèces. Let's listen again.
Bonjour, 2 billets, s'il vous plaît.
Oui, 10 euros. Par carte?
Non, en espèces.
So, in this dialogue, did the woman want to pay by card?
No, she wanted to pay en espèces or in cash.
Yes. And again, we can use our voice to make it a question. En espèces? Or an answer. En espèces.
En espèces? Oui, en espèces.
Let's practice saying en espèces as both an answer and a question. Repeat after me. Espèces. En espèces. En espèces?
Okay, let's hear one more dialogue. This time you'll hear everything that we talked about in this lesson.
Bonjour, je voudrais 2 billets, s'il vous plaît.
10 euros. Par carte?
Non, en espèces.
Merci. Voici les billets. Bonne visite.
Fantastique. So, today we learned about different ways to pay for un billet at the museum.
Like par carte or en espèces, which we know can both be a question and an answer.
And we're not done at the museum just yet. We'll talk more about it in our next lesson. In the last couple of lessons, we talked about how to ask for un billet at a museum.
And we learned how to say that we want to pay par carte or en espèces.
So we're almost ready to go inside the Louvre. All we need now is a map of the museum.
Right, we don't want to get lost trying to find the Mona Lisa.
Nope. So, how do we ask for a map of the museum?
Well, we'll need to ask for a map or un plan.
Un plan. Notice how plan has a nasal sound? Plan.
To ask for un plan, it's vous avez un plan?
Vous avez un plan?
Yep. Remember from our other lessons that vous avez means you have or do you have, like in vous avez votre passeport? Vous avez un plan?
Excusez-moi, vous avez un plan?
Oui, voici.
Merci.
Bonne visite.
Ready to give it a go? Repeat after me. Plan. Un plan. Vous avez un plan? But sometimes you may need to be a bit more specific and say that you're looking for a map of the museum.
Yes, we know how to say the museum, le musée, but how would we say of the?
That would be du, un plan du musée. Du is a combination of the words de and le. Du.
And you can hear that same U sound in du also in musée. Du, mu, musée, du musée.
Du musée. Un plan du musée. Let's try it. Repeat after me. Musée. Du musée. Un plan du musée. Now let's listen to that earlier dialogue again. But this time, the man specifically asks for a map of the museum.
Excusez-moi, vous avez un plan du musée?
Oui, voici. Bonne visite.
Merci.
You might also need to use du at other times during your museum visit.
Like if you're looking for l'entrée du musée, the entrance of the museum.
Right. There are so many doors at the Louvre, so you'll definitely want to go in the right one. L'entrée, or the entrance, is the combination of the words la and entrée. L'entrée.
It's similar to how we combined la and adresse to say l'adresse, l'entrée.
L'entrée du musée.
And if you wanted to swing by the cafe for a coffee, you'd look for l'entrée du café.
Or l'entrée du restaurant if you got hungry.
Right, l'entrée du restaurant, the entrance of the restaurant.
Let's try this new vocab. Repeat after me. L'entrée. L'entrée du musée. Où est l'entrée du musée? All right. Are you ready to hear everything we've learned in the past 3 lessons in one conversation? Here it is.
Excusez-moi, où est l'entrée du musée?
Là, à droite.
Merci. Bonjour, je voudrais 2 billets s'il vous plaît.
2 billets coûtent 10 €. Par carte?
Non, en espèces. Vous avez un plan du musée?
Oui, voici. Bonne visite.
Great. Now you're all set to go to l'entrée du musée and ask for un billet and un plan du musée.
Nice. Have a great time at the museum, and we'll see you soon for our next lesson.
Bonne visite. At this point, we know a lot about things we'll need to say during a museum visit.
Now we're going to get some speaking practice at the Louvre, but first, let's listen to a conversation to review everything we've learned.
Bonjour, je voudrais 2 billets, s'il vous plaît.
10 € s'il vous plaît. Par carte?
Non, en espèces.
D'accord, voici les billets.
Vous avez un plan du musée?
Oui, voici. Bonne visite.
All right, ready to enter the museum?
Let's pretend that you're sightseeing in Paris with a friend. You're planning to spend your whole day in the world's largest art museum, le Musée du Louvre.
Once you get to the Louvre, you need to find the entrance. Ask someone nearby. Say, "Excuse me, where's the museum entrance?" in French. Okay, we'll turn off grading for now, but you can still follow along.
The man points over to your right.
Là, à droite.
It's a huge and very busy place. Time to hop in the line to wait for a ticket.
When you get to the front of the line, the clerk smiles and greets you.
Bonjour.
Ask for a ticket for you and your friend now. Say, I'd like 2 tickets, please, in French. Parfait. Je voudrais 2 billets, s'il vous plaît.
D'accord. 2 billets coûtent 10 euros. En espèces?
The clerk asked if you're paying in cash, but you don't have any. Let her know that you want to pay by card instead. Say no, by card, please, in French. Bon travail. Non, par carte, s'il vous plaît. But what if the clerk asked if you were paying by card and you only had cash?
Well, let's try it. This time, after the clerk asks if you're paying by card, say, no, in cash, please.
Par carte?
Très bien. Non, en espèces, s'il vous plaît.
You thank the clerk and you're just about to walk away, but then you remember that you're going to need a map. It is the largest museum in the world, after all.
Ask the clerk, do you have a map of the museum? In French. Excellent. Vous avez un plan du musée?
Oui, voici.
Okay, now it's finally time to go into the museum and check out all of those priceless pieces of art. But first, make sure to thank the clerk one more time and say goodbye. Say, thank you, goodbye, in French. Excellent. Merci, au revoir.
De rien. Bonne visite.
Fantastique! Now you can go and enjoy your museum visit.
And don't forget to take a selfie with the Mona Lisa. Bonne visite.